let's get back to Starfield. Ugh. Right. I'm doing the UC quest line. Near the end of it, actually, because we got to the Londinium. So, we are on Londinium. Okay. Let's go. Well, this side time's completely different from the other side time.
Inside the barriers, double time! You a casino unit? Head to command, far end of the compound.
Okay. I think this is where you get that pretty good armor. No, it's taking it 28%. Good with that one and this one. Next one. Yeah. Why has that got master lock?
I pride myself on knowing everyone on this world, and I don't know you. You're with the collection team then, I presume. Either that, or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser. Vanguard, eh? Brief said you were an eclectic group. You must have really shined out on the fringe to get assigned a task like this. Ah, then this must be the rest of your outfit.
Commander Hatum,
No need for introductions, Major Simon. Dr. Walker, your reputations precede you. As does the urgency of your mission, so I'll get to it. Now, Londinium is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way. It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city. Terramorphs are omnipresent, and the structural damage left behind when... when Major Sinan's father bombed its spaceport, has turned large swathes of the metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock codes to your robot. Every tool you could need to succeed out there. Except one. Once you're on the other side of those barriers, you'll...
Got to update that.
on your own. If you get into trouble, my people will not be coming. Do we understand each other? The initial terramorph outbreak that overran Londinium during the tail end of the colony war, waves of the creatures appeared out of nowhere, and the city... There were some attempts at evacuation, but Ve Victus decided more definitively. He ordered the spaceport to be bombed, ensuring no other ships could leave the city, halting the spread of the outbreak but leaving large sections in ruins and condemned. And the intervening 20 years have only made Londinium more hostile, not less. So my people will not be coming for you out there. Understood? Terramorphs, and plenty of them. Outside our little sanctuary here, much of the planet is theirs. For that reason, we keep our trips into the city to a minimum. That also means our intel becomes largely historical once you go much beyond the defenses. It's also why I want to make sure I'm being crystal clear. Out there, you're on your own. Precisely. I'll leave you to your preparations then. You can find your equipment in our armory, base of the tower just outside. And I do believe there's someone waiting for you there, Captain. Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Aceles plant. It contains one of our field caches. Though I can't guarantee it won't contain anything else. I hope you all find what you're looking for out there. Robot, you're coming with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Commander. Percival, you all set to hook into their comms tower?
Should only take a few minutes. Let's get this done and get the hell out of here.
Percival will be scanning the city for our samples from here. When he finds one, he'll transmit the coordinates to us out in the field.
10 points, a bit strong.
The equipment will be able to get us a rough... All right. Head over to the armory and gear up.
You sounds of bombs. Nice.
Give him one for me, all right?
Hello.
Heard you're going out there willingly. Damn.
Yes. What?
Can't chat right now.
That tells me getting all these weapons is going to be rough. Okay, so what did we get? I won't have a cloak. I'll have to put this on. Not bad. This should be a bit more resistant to the cold now. Miss something? Oh, it needs big doors.
Excuse me. You match our description. The Vanguard captain? Make sure you had the best tools for the task.
Oh, the machine gun. Okay.
Word of advice while you're out there. Don't trust what the Transfer's complete. Those codes will allow you to temporarily restore power to most facilities in the city. Systems should shut themselves back down automatically.
Duly noted, Commander.
Bought by alien tea. Well, let's get some alien tea. I might get some XP, yeah. More XP is always more XP.
All set on your gear? Are you ready to do this? Yeah, just pre-mission jitters. You hear about a place for... But you don't need to worry about me. I'll be all right. Then let's get this show on the road. Kaiser? Percival, everything green on your ends?
I am ready.
Personal comm should be routed through Kaiser now. You copy that?
Roger, loud and clear.
Perhaps too loud.
Oh, you're a riot robot.
Kaiser, kick it off.
Unlock code transmitted. You may open the gate when ready.
All right. On our way into the city. Percival, where...
Running the first sweep. Got one. A Sealy's. Not far. Old shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers.
They're all dominated. Clean them out and keep an eye out for the morph controlling them.
Kill protocols active. Safety's off.
Come on, Kaiser, get.
Where has it gone? Combat procedures activated.
Organic resources like this are more useful.
Fuck me, it's not that cold out anymore.
shipping yard's just beyond the processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
Kaiser, we close enough for you to dial in the location of those samples from here?
Yes, they're faint, but I've did.
That frostbite's gonna be keep freaking curing it.
Detecting multiple valid signatures. I have restored power to the containers.
Jackpot! Get down there and collect as many as you can.
Right.
Open fire!
Okay, I guess they're in the containers. The fuck? Fucking club little bastard.
Most people would be too squeamish to do that.
it died. How do I get this paper open?
All Asilis samples collected.
All right. Now hand those over to Kaiser, and let's get out of here.
Samples secure.
Nice work. No. Earlier scan picked up a valid terramorph sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you... That's right. Kaiser, how did you know?
Not sure.
Percival, you see any better option?
Not from where I'm standing.
Then we've got our answer.
Tunnels is.
Access unlocked.
We may
We
proceed.
may proceed.
Sweet. Ah, panic frostbite. Oh, I have to get some training on that resistance stuff. Dear. Seems like a waste of a skill point, but where is it? Just infections. That's an infection. Not sure what to get. I do need more pain resistance. Okay for that. More tank. A bit more tank. So probably a stealthy class or squishy. At least they're steam tunnels, so it should be warm.
Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
You know, no one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinian. Real marvel.
Why is it called Lazarus? To bring back the dead? There's no frostbite on here.
These
Heat leeches.
What's keeping these things warm?
Oh shit. Stay still. Community advanced deep core space. Whoa. Damn. That would be terrible.
Oh my god. The heat leeches are terramorphs. You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat leech became a terramorph. The pests that have snuck onto every planet are baby terramorphs. Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform. We just found out how terramorphs move between planets. No, Lazarus plants can't grow anywhere but here, let alone blossom. People have tried. Plus, if what we just witnessed was happening anywhere else, well, it wouldn't just be Londinian lost to these things. What we just saw, it must be some kind of alternate growth method. One that winnows 70 years of maturation into seconds. It's incredible. That I don't have an answer for right now. But if they share a genome, like most nymphs and adults do, the microbe should have no problem dealing with heat leeches and terramorphs. The Aciles we'll have to look into. But given what we know about the creatures, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked to find that they've got an appetite for both. I am sincerely inclined to agree, but current evidence suggests nature manages it just fine. The Lazarus plant. It's clearly an accelerant for the terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a terramorph spawning. You could sneak a leech into a city, or even multiple leeches, into a place like New Atlantis. Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, does this... Could someone have set that up? But first, you'd have to know the truth about all this.
Well, we're never gonna know if you don't catch that thing. Get after it.
We may proceed.
Go!
Engaging.
All right, let's get to the bottom of this. First of all, Kaiser's got the cell data from the New Atlantis and Tau Ceti attacks, right?
Loaded them myself.
Let Kaiser take a look at that sample.
Beginning analysis. It is a match. This suggests with high certainty that the Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
There's no way a plant this rare, this fragile, just shows up here, New Atlantis, and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands. Captain, do you understand what it is we just stumbled on here? Exactly. Someone saw the Lazarus plant in action and used it to trigger the attacks. Makes some sense, actually. Tau Ceti was likely their first test. Someplace remote where no one would question a few settlers going missing. Ensure the big show, the attack on New Atlantis, would be a success. And the timing of that one, it couldn't have been just luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the terramorphs.
These attacks. I think someone planned them to set all this in motion. It can't. At least, I didn't think it could. But maybe if we're right about this, someone... They certainly were. But who could pull something like this off? And why? Maybe, but...
Let's save the discussion for when if we're gonna do anything...
Roger that. Kaiser?
The entrance is this way. I am unable to provide sufficient power to the lock mechanism.
Anyone got ideas where we could get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Oh, the universe doesn't have any thermal resistance. Or not as much. Because it's thermal that's giving me a damn frostbite. It's annoying. Put business suit back on. Need like a sweater or something. I'm surprised they still can get it for bloody a suit and everything.
Control panel. Still looks
Ooh, we're
active.
safe. A master safe.
Of all the things to survive.
This could be fun. Oh god, there's so many. They're not a 3 with 3 points on it, which will make one a lot easier. There it is, but it's not quite right. It's gonna have to be a 2 and a 1. Not 2 of those ones, so. 4, 3, 3. These two Ooh, 1600 bits. And a grenade launcher. Well, don't mind if I ask.
Reactivated. Error. Control system reboot required.
And we do that. Ah, Captain. I think I see it.
Reboot engaged. Running diagnostic. Diagnostic complete. Multiple systems unavailable. Warning. Priority safety concern detected. Exterior hatch power restored.
Back in business.
Warning. Emergency recorder message detected. Transcription process engaged. Playback initiated.
Admiral Senna, we need to make the evacuation request.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral!
The test transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet will be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility.
Other than our casualties, yes, sir.
Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. They'll send ships as soon as possible.
Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things.
That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available.
An invisible weapon. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk. Hey, Victus. He destroyed this place. Killed these people to keep what he knew about the Lazarus plant and the terramorphs and all this a secret. Didn't he? He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon and hid it away. He killed those people. Condemned this city to keep them from sharing what they might have seen. He was a calculated loss. These soldiers for the rest of the galaxy. That sounds exactly like what my father would do. But it doesn't. It can't justify slaughter. But I guess that's just another part of his sick legacy now. He thought he was protecting us all, taking the secret to his grave.
He's not dead.
Only he didn't succeed. Now someone else knows about the Lazarus plant and is using it exactly how he feared. That's exactly right. Let's move. The settled systems are counting on us. Kaiser! Try it now!
Guys, your sample, it moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
That doesn't sound good. Eyes peeled. Never seen something like that before.
This thing's gonna be huge, isn't it? gonna jump in the freaking hole, isn't it?
Hostile detected.
What the hell? Is that the sample? My God, concentrate fire! Shoot! Shoot! That sound! What is that?
That thing. That's some kind of signal. Radar's lighting up. I think you're due for some company. The signal that thing's putting out to call in those creatures, I think I can nullify it. You're gonna need some help. There should be some radar equipment powered up now around. Get those online, and I'll relay my signal from there.
Yeah, it's a big terramorph. Holy crap.
Our integrity compromised. Strike confirmed. Evaluation insufficient.
Bro! They're not coming after us! I guess we should grab that sample while we can.
Get right.
Good. Now just stash that sample with Kaiser and we're done.
Final sample secure.
All wrapped up. Time to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon.
Like, dang. Shit, it's hypothermia, that's not good. Definitely don't want that. Get back in the steam tunnels. Let's cold is kicking my ass. Yeah, that was a big ass terramorph. These little feckers tie into it. Okay. Back to the doctor. Back in the cold again. Yay. Doesn't appear to be any terminals. For now. Square cheeseburgers. So we've got to discuss what we just learned about the terramorphs.
Yes. Look at all of you. Back from the underworld. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like this was a success. Got everything we need to put this plan in motion. Ah, best place for them. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that Vay Victus knew about this damn plant?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like that from the great beyond. That's putting it lightly.
But it's clear someone knows about the plant and realized what ends it could be put towards. Captain, we need to get these samples back to the lab and verify we'll be able to handle cleaning up the leeches as well as the terramorphs. But in the interim, do you think you could look into what we uncovered? See if you can turn up any information on who might have committed the attacks?
If it were me, I'd started the scene of the crime. New Atlantis.
Thank you, Captain. Once you finish your investigation, we'll meet you outside the cabinet chambers. They're gonna want to hear this. Take care of yourself. No telling who might be involved.
Ooh, 16 grand.
Visiting Londinium has left me with a longing for Mira. I did not think this was possible.
Ow. I got a boo-boo. Ooh, can I steal that shit? I mean, that's my one. That's my beast. And then there's the UC ship. I want the UC ship. I need more ships because I've got to turn them into cool things. Because you can never have enough ships. Oh, they're using those struts. Okay. That's what they were mind controlling. Okay. So I was wondering how they got so many guns on their ship. I'm guessing if you do it unassigned, and you just put as many guns on as possible and then assign. Because it usually tells you can't have that many guns
Now,
because
you're
of
not pestering the captain,
power.
right, Cora?
Pester? You think I'm a pest?
Oh, never. Poor choice of words. We checked
Of
the place.
course.
We're good. So this book collection fund I heard about.
Don't you always say, don't listen to rumors?
Orbital insertion achieved. We're spacebound again.
Genu again. You're in fine? Let me check my logs.
Okay, let's go back to New Atlantis and go and chat with Victors. And sell some shit.
Anything I can help you with?
I don't know if ship's got any money left. Took a
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
If you don't see what there's a bit more in the back. If oh, please take a look.
Oh, they got 5,000. They can have some stuff. Oh, wow, they're not gonna get much stuff. That gun's worth 11,000.
Thanks for shopping at Jemison Mercantile.
I need to. Let's go to accomplish it. Let's sell some stuff. Anywhere and everywhere.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yubi was looking for you.
Sergeant is always looking for me.
Just hasn't had out.
Always wants to do shit jobs for him. See if they got any money. They should do.
I'm afraid, due to recent Welcome to UC. Yes, of course. Please take a look.
No, yeah, no one has any money.
You're always welcome back, if you don't mind a bit of a wait.
My comments is too high.
I used to be an actuary. Now.
You're only... I would never dream of... Yes, by all means.
Try and get some of the heavier things. Got 2 chameleon helms. Only slightly weaker than this. But there's lots of bonuses to it. He doesn't have much money either.
Be careful out there.
My stuff's far too valuable. It's just, yeah. I'd have to visit so many stations to sell it. Sucks.
You, Enhance, is here for you, no matter your... Well, I'm not, but... Oh, yeah. Enhance is proprietary. There is a reason. If you'd ever like to make a change, you're up to the task.
Infinity. What did I buy?
I missed our Bobby so much.
Thanks for choosing Terrible.
Barely got
What can
out
I
of
get
that base without
Certainly.
problems.
Please take your time.
They buy 8.
Mark my
Well, that
words.
sucks.
Someday
I do not have enough places to sell shit. I mean, there's still a few on the underground bits. Actually, there's a few down there. There's the surplus, the trade collective, and the electronics shop, so I might be able to get some more out of it. Just gotta find this stupid lift. Let's go down to the well. Station 767, no, I just got to underneath there. That one goes down to the well, I think. Yeah, that one goes down to the well. Because there's a few shops down here that I can sell to, so we'll do that quickly and then we'll head back and do the story. Just need to go offload some of this crap. Medical stuff.
I've got limited resources. We're no reliant med.
Trade collective. Trade, sorry. There we are. You can get a trash store. These guys should buy all that shit.
No lawyering. Can't say I'll have what you need. You see something you like.
Yeah, they'll buy some stuff. I've only got 1300 though. He hasn't got a lot of monies. Electricals I need. Strong battery. Not really need those at the moment. We'll just try and find something to sell them. That's probably the cheapest thing I've got.
Stay safe out there.
If there's something you need, be my guest.
Man, they're all broke. I don't think I sell loads of stuff.
You won't find a better... The Trade Authority appreciates your visit.
Should be usually surplus. There it is. He might have money.
Happy to meet you. You ask me, the real New Atlantis. Take your time. I got all day.
He's got anything decent. No great items in him. Why have you only got 1300? God damn it.
You need something else? I'll be here.
Guess we'll just go to Marston. Wait a few grand of that. But we need more places to sell things, or the vendors need more bloody credits. Talk with Victor's and see what he knows about it. Let's see what he knows. Good place to have a prison though. Shut the door. Let's go and have a chat with the basically Hannibal Lecter.
Well, what a pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, I presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for? I haven't been to Londinian in many years. Why? Is there some way I could be of assistance? Were you able to recover what you were looking for? Good news, then. So, what exactly are you doing here? Plenty still to be done in defeating the terramorphs, no? Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions. After all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us. Of course. Do I look like I'm in any position to agreement to not share what you found. We wouldn't want anyone else jumping to conclusions now, would we? You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The terramorph attacks on Tau City. New Atlantis. My doing.
Of course it was.
Years of coordination between my associate and I. Figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinium. Learning to synthesize it. Use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing. All in due time. First, I want to see if you're truly as astute as you appear. So why would someone like me go through all this trouble? Not a bad thought. But no. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential. These were the final days of the colony war, Captain. The Freestar Collective had spies everywhere. I was concerned that if word got out, the Collective could swoop down, start breeding Lazarus plants, and overrun our worlds with waves of terramorphs. Just like what was happening on Londinium at that very moment. Sealing off the city to prevent mass death? It was the only option that made sense at the time. Precisely. In that moment, I couldn't allow another dangerous variable to be added to an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter. She becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You. It wasn't easy. But the beauty of being loathed is that people will do whatever they can not to deal with you. They wanted to pretend I didn't exist. Still, establishing a back channel to Orlays via the UC recovery teams was painstaking work. They believed they were luring in wanted criminals, but were in fact delivering precisely encoded slates, filled with instructions invisible to any but their recipient, dropped off at just the right moments to fall into the proper hands. All without the UC real... Slow work. Why would I want to be in the good graces of the people who control my very life? I don't know, Captain. outside these walls someday. A new face would be needed, of course, but it wasn't an impossibility. Though now, I'm not so sure. Can't remember the many lives you've taken. Orlaise was the man whose death you brought about around the moon of Etheria. The pilot of the Warlock. The man I had to eliminate. Captain, please. You've benefited here as much as I have. Maybe more. It's why I had Orlaise reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday. Precisely. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one
Let's
more
read
life be
before break it.
protected.
Yeah, okay.
Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlaise's role in the attacks to the Cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the Cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlaise and Orlaise alone. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. This needn't be the end of our good works together. Hunting down criminals. I expect they'll give... You would help me. Impossible. And how many have you killed? There are no great works that don't cost lives, Captain. Whether it's winning a war, or digging a tram tunnel. So we sacrificed a few dozen in the attacks to possibly protect millions. I only hope you'll see the same. Splendid. Then I won't keep you. You've got important work, after all. Here's to a bright future.
So he's kind of like a silent partner, isn't he? He is rather a grey area. Alright. Let's go and get our honors, I guess. Clearing up that old man's dirty work.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the acyles are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the Cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Any leads on who might have committed the attacks?
Orlaise? Reginald Orlaise? He did this? I didn't think he was still alive. You're sure it was him?
That's some impressive work. So then give us the rundown. Where's Orlays now? Were you able to bring him in? I'm sorry to hear that. Those sorts of missions are always tough. Any idea why he might have done it? Or what he was doing with the plant? I can't imagine the amount of work it took to deploy the Lazarus plant off-world. Strange to go to all that trouble and not state your reasons.
Well, the man knew how to hold a grudge. I wouldn't be shocked if this was him getting back at the UC for trying to put him on trial.
I guess. Well, at least he won't be able to hurt anybody else now. Might be the best we could ask for, given. So I guess there's nothing else to do but get this all in front of the cabinet. Unless this might be our last opportunity to talk things.
Microbe is gonna make the cleanup a whole lot quicker. If we're concerned about this Lazarus plant getting deployed again, that's the way to go.
The cabinet can secure the Lazarus plant, and then we're not risking any surprises when it comes to dealing with a microbe.
You're being paranoid. You know the science. You know we can make this safe.
I do know the science. I also know math. And a 1 in a million chance of a mutation isn't 0. So I guess we're still in discussion. Probably best. They are.
Microbe needed minimal adjustment to account for heat leech anatomy.
And the Asylees seem like they're even better at tracking leeches than morphs.
Hell of a sight to watch, though, when they catch them. Like an open airlock guzzling angry spaghetti.
Asylees aren't hostile to humans, but they are megafauna. If someone decides to pick a fight with one, it could get ugly. But they've already been spread far and wide once before when the UC was raising them as livestock, so the risk of introducing them to new worlds is minimal. Using them to clean up the terramorphs and leeches, though, it's not going to be nearly as expedient as the microbe would be. Given what we know now about the Lazarus plant, the speed of the job does matter. But going with the Asylees, we're at least dealing with known risks.
Can't we just use both methods?
And here we go.
Deploy microbe now and then use the Asylees and rebreed them to deal with any future problems, because it'll keep the thing under control, won't it?
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true?
My God.
An attack? Using terramorphs? How is that possible?
You will all receive a full briefing once we're done here. So then, is what the second report claims correct? Did Reginald Orlays commit these attacks, Captain?
That appears to be the case, ma'am. The captain tracked that information down just after our trip to Londinium.
Reginald Orlays? Wasn't there a report he'd been killed recently?
Body was found floating around Etheria. Report mentioned you were sent to try and bring him in, Captain. I guess that didn't go according to plan.
Ah, yes. I was told about your mission and who ordered it. Did you two suspect at the time Orlays might have been involved in the attacks? Well, it appears you were ahead of the curve. This report contains definitive evidence Orlays triggered the attacks via this Lazarus plant the Captain and Major Sanan uncovered.
Simply harrowing.
Indeed. Though it would have been preferable for him to have finally faced the UC's justice, it seems both of you are to be commended for ensuring he was dealt with before he could strike again. You have our thanks. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches, the three of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the Cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the Cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President.
Well, luckily the natural hostility of Londinian makes keeping out trespassers relatively easy. But we'll ensure its growth is contained, that access to the plant is only permitted via highly regulated clearances, and that our troop presence on Londinian is increased. I'm glad you think so. So then, to our final topic. The Cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the terramorph, and now also heat leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps? The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the Cabinet. We were hoping your group might issue a
Microbes are never the
recommendation.
best plan because they can always
Major?
mutate and...
We've been having similar debates ourselves, but the Captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter.
I'm in full agreement. No need be delving into unpredictable sciences.
And Major Sanan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the Captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day one for the United Colonies
use
Terramorph
natural-
Management Division.
natural
Making
defense
you
first, and then
three the
if it gets out of
founding
hand, then you
members
use the
of
microbe.
TMD. As befits such a group, the Cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
It's a status reserved only for those who've dedicated their lives to the United Colonies, or done great things for its cause. Class 1s enjoy an ample credit disbursement, an additional reduction on the cost of colonial goods. And I'm told the penthouse is rather impressive.
Penthouse.
You all have earned it. Now, there's much to be done. Major Sanan, Dr. Walker. I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts, spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
Legacy Forge.
Ever run into spacers? Scumbags and scavengers. Like vultures picking away the weapons.
Suppose back and see the commander.
Well, well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain. No need to thank me. You brought this on yourself. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount. And the credits should be in your accounts now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access. Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate what you've done. But with all that squared, it's time to get you a new assignment. There are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending UC space. Or you could help the TMD in cleaning up terramorphs. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for any, new alien threats on the horizon. Any of those missions call to you? Suppose that's true. Well, we can remedy that right now. Ah, here we go. Report says ships at these coordinates fired on United Colonies craft. You're cleared to use lethal force if necessary. Attackers were Ecliptic affiliated, so I'd bust out the big guns. Good hunting, Captain.
Oh, that's good. I mean, that's the UC done pretty much. It's the main one for them done.
I'm gonna leave New Atlantis for good.
Then we got to do the Freestar Collective. Getting their good books. See if we can get, they might get some new weapons as well. New Vanguard weapons. Possible.
I haven't talked to my old man in forever.
Saw your ship come in.
Need some work done? Hey, what can I do for you? Okay, no problem.
Let's see if we got anything to do before we leave. things are like 11 grand a piece. They're not cheap lasers. Okay, so that is how it works. Okay, so you have to unassign it, and if you want to put more guns on, then reassign it. Others will say, oh, you don't have enough power for this. Shocking. Not a bad looking ship though, quite happy with it. Look at this iteration. I need more ships to play with. I can tell they can make it wider as well. It's only 21 wide, which is quite slim. But generally you go higher, not wider. See, it does come. So I don't know how they do it with how they have so many guns on the thing. They're saying it's using too much powerful weapons. I've seen people make like ships with horrendous numbers of weapons. So how they do that? Because yeah, there's a power limit to how many guns you can have. So I'm not really sure how they do it. Because I can't have any more than that. That's my limit on guns. That makes no sense.
We're asking everyone to take... Okay, no problem.
Interesting. There must be a reason why they're able to do it without using any power. bit weird to me. This is a mod or something they've got, I don't know. Or maybe it's an upgrade, a special upgrade that makes all weapons cost no power. Or all weapons cost fuck all power. No, upgrade for anything, I think. Anyway, that's it for me for today. Probably do the Freestyle Collective at some point this week. So I'll catch you guys later. Have a good day, and thanks for watching.